welcome back to another stream. Today I decided to rewatch Mohamed Джаканелова Абдулла Хуянула Пизданута, блядь. He's a piece of shit. That guy is a fucking idiot. So I was watching that video where he was asking me stupid questions, talking about how dangerous it is for me to drink in the car. Which is a complete lie, because before I used to do it and nobody gave the fuck. And then he was talking about fucking kids watching my videos and shit. Well, and I've been giving him reasonable answers that, you know what, the majority of people who watch my videos based on the analytics are males between the ages of 25 and 40. In reality, it's more like, the majority of people watching my videos right now, they're like males between the ages of 35 and 44. And second, the most like watched category is males between ages of 25 and 34. So pretty much people my age are watching my videos. 40-year-old, 30-year-old, sometimes people in their early 40s. Then I discovered there is a small segment of people between the ages of 55 and 64 who are watching my videos as well. Now, when it comes to like teenagers, people ages of 13 to 17, and even people between like ages of 18 and 24, even among these people, there's not that many people who are watching my videos. So, and I'm restricting my videos, most of them are for people above like 18 anyway. But even if the minors watching me drink alcohol, I'm not responsible for them. Even if they do, but I think that it's probably like not that many of these people who are doing it, so. And if they are, and it's just a random thing, and I don't think they even gonna have interest in watching my videos anyway, so I might as well just do what I want. And when I'm seeing that this stupid bitch, the real PewDiePie, is trying to promote my videos by insulting me, she's not really doing good job at it, because most of the people, they don't even want to watch my videos because they're really not interested in doing it. They just like, why am I watching this? They don't even care. Showing it to like random kids from Russia, and they're like, why am I watching this dude? You know? Yeah, I want to be popular. I wanted before, now I don't care, but there's just, look, like right now even, no matter what I do, there is nobody watching my streams. Like I had a stream today, but life was overrated 96 earlier this morning. And we had discussion about, you know, life. Like we were talking about, jobs, and how it's like not worth it to get a degree, about things like that. How there's no point of like getting inspired, of like building yourself up, having a better life, things like that. And I put my 2 cents in, and he kind of understood where I'm coming from, and I agreed with him. He knows that I have problem networking with people, which is part of the reason why I, even with accounting degree, couldn't get a job. But he also understands that in order to have a professional job, you need to be certain way, act certain way. You can't just be yourself. It's not just about your knowledge. And even if you know a lot, but you don't fit in, nobody's gonna wanna hire you. And right now I decide to go back to relearning my accounting, this time in Russian. I'm doing it little by little, watching videos, doing homeworks. It's easy for me. So I take care of it, but it's a weird, you know, it's a weird thing because the people over there they are talking about, oh, I'm nice to people, therefore I can spill coffee on the keyboard or I can mix the numbers, and they just like, oh, you good, you know. And I'm looking at it like this is what the big gonna be expecting from me, and I don't even have these problems, you know. I also watched the video of Mr. Ebzion where he was talking about that he got diagnosed with autism at the age of 32, and he's been showing his results, and he's been talking about how dyslexic he is, that he mixes letters, he mixes numbers, and I don't even have that problem, you know. I'm actually good with numbers and letters. Like sometimes the only problem I have with like texting, you know, sometimes like, you know, like let's say there's an autocorrect, right? And you wanna put some word, like let's say you wanna put one word but you put different word and you like don't check it and you just send it and like oops, I didn't mean to say that. So then you kind of, you know, check it, check yourself. Sometimes like I can retain gang checking in, no sim invaded will change your life, brother. Fuck. Man, you fucking so obsessed over this stupid shit. Leave me alone. But it's okay, I don't have to say nothing because guess what? I can be watching porn anytime I want to. How are you gonna know about it? Do you have camera in my room seeing whether I watch a porn or not? I can say, hey, I'm not watching porn as of, let's say, February 15th. I can say that. And then I can say on May 15th that I actually accomplished 90 days without watching porn. Does it mean I actually did it? No, it doesn't. The same thing with alcohol. Like my mom or other stupid people, they're watching my videos, they're thinking, oh my god, you're an alcoholic. So I'm just gonna ignore this guy, but he's getting on my nerves, but I'm gonna ignore him. I need to focus on mind over matter. But it's just like my mom, you know. She's like thinking I'm an alcoholic when I'm drinking, let's say, like 3 beers a week. But I do it on YouTube, for example. There are a lot of other people who drink way more than I do, okay? And then I do it on YouTube, right? If I don't drink on YouTube and I'm not showing up drunk in front of like my parents or my family or around other people who would care about it, guess what? They're not gonna know, you know? I could be out here right now being like that. I could go to the fucking store, get myself 4 Mickeys of malt liquor, and drink them all in one night. If it's not gonna be on camera, I'm gonna get drunk and nobody's gonna know about it except myself. So, the same thing with watching porn. I can say I'm not jerking off, but in reality I will be doing that because I don't care. Unless you're controlling my phone and you like one of the psychologists who have an access to it and you know when I'm watching porn, you cannot say nothing, really. And if you do that, that's like a violation of privacy. So, let me see what function is that. Oh, I can just play with my room in here. Oh, heck yeah. Get some color, baby. It's like a disco right now. Yep. So really, fuck all of this. You know? No, I don't like that one. Yeah, maybe I'll keep this one. Just gonna do it like black and white for a change. I want a slate actually. Let me see slate. Actually, I kind of what's it? This one is a little. No, I kind of like this one better, cause slate is like it's a little more colors, but this one is like less colors but brighter. I don't know, it's hard to choose, but anyway, guys, it's like I don't even like when people giving me advice because it's not working, because like it only irritates me because I really don't give a fuck. Or we feel like we only give you advice because you act like a kid because you're fucking weird. So fucking what? I don't care. Nothing's gonna change, so you need to shut the fuck up and just accept me. Oh, but if you're gonna be like that, what? You're not gonna get no woman, no nothing, and we're trying to help you out. Like I keep telling motherfuckers, you're only fucking my life up, you're only making it worse. I already had a woman who was cool with me the way I am, so I had no problem there. I've been in fucking 11-year relationship. So, and now I'm not, I'm not having sex, I'm not seeing anybody, really, and I'm seeing my woman like very seldom because I don't have money. And I don't know, like I keep telling you that I had actually some problems with her because she was not as good and bad as I would like her to be. But it's like, and she knows about it, and, but at least I had like a good relationship with her, you know. And I actually kind of care about her. She's a good woman. So I actually had it all. The only thing which was lacking in my personal life was lack of passion. That's all, but outside of that, I'm cool with my woman. I like living with her and everything. My fucking parents, almost fucking stupid kikes who only care about ethnic purity of Jewish race, giving me bad advice, destroying my life because, she was black. I agree with the fact that, genetically different people shouldn't be together. That's true. But at the same time, I actually had a good relationship with my woman. And she knew what's wrong with me. She knew exactly what kind of person I am. And she didn't care. She was telling me, hey, just go to work, do the best you can, spend money on me, and you're not going to have no problem with sex, no nothing. And you're going to act how you want. You can be yourself, and you can do whatever. You can be as weird as you want to be, and I'm not going to give a shit. Because all she cares about me going to work and buying her shit. And I'm cool with it, that's fine with me. Because all I care about is working all the time and getting some and being with somebody who's like, accept me with the way I am, Not with fucking bitch like the real PewDiePie or Britney or whatever, who is trying to fix me and telling people what's wrong with me. A lot of it which is not true. I definitely don't want to be with a relationship with women like that. Definitely don't want to deal with my family who are trying to fix me or tell me how to be, how to act. Definitely don't want to deal with people who tell me that I shouldn't be drinking, I shouldn't be jerking off. Definitely don't want to deal with these fucking stupid ass supervisors who are fucking bitching at me or criticizing me. I want to deal with people. And I actually had that too. Like there are some people I've been hearing talking about like, well, you only accepted on the midnight sort at FedEx or is working with autistic people. Or the day sort where people didn't give a fuck. They just like, they understood who you are. So they were putting you on the belt. You were not talking to nobody and people didn't give a shit. And they just let you work the best you can with what you got. And nobody was talking to me. And guess what? I was cool with it. That's the thing. I was cool with it. Because all I care about more hours, more money. And whatever needs to be done to get big and strong, to build myself up, that's it. I don't even give a fuck. That's the thing. I already know that I cannot get relationship with most of the people and I cannot connect to people. I just see in it, okay? I see no way for me being the way I am to connect to the majority of people. Because clearly we speak two different languages. It's like they're talking about what's wrong with me and I'm talking about, okay, here's the money, here's the job, what needs to be done to get the job done. So it's like there's no like there, because for them, oh, you're not normal, we're not gonna be talking to you until you're normal. I'm like, I need to do the best I can with what I got. I need to figure out what needs to be done. And whatever going on around me, I don't even give a fuck. Like today, one of my stupid managers told me like, oh, you on your own. I didn't say anything because I learned that, sometimes the best reaction, but no reaction. But you know what I was thinking in my head? I was looking at him like, why are you telling me this? I don't give a fuck what's going on around me. How about that? I really don't give a fuck. I'm so fucking focused on my job that I don't even have an ability to see what's going on around me. I don't even have look, if I'm gonna even try to be like, look, where are people at? Where are people at, right? And I'm here like sorting the packages. I don't even have time to take my eyes off of the packages, okay? And you telling me what's going on around me. What's the point of this? You know? I mean, I know I shouldn't be calling me stupid, but that's just the way I feel about things. Because I know myself. I feel like whatever he told me, it was pointless. It was bullshit. But that's just how I look at things, honestly. That's just how I look at things. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you telling me this? But I didn't say anything because I figured, there's no point. There is no point to arguing with people. So I'm like, okay, and just move on. But even though I was looking at him like, why are you telling me this? Just like other example from years ago. People telling me, oh, look at this person. He's crazy. She's crazy. I'm like, why are you telling me this? I'm here. I'm just doing my fucking job. I don't even know, like, what the fuck? What's my fucking business about all these fucking people, I'm just here to do the job and that's it, like, fuck. I don't even know why you're telling me this. I don't even give a fuck, you know? I don't even pay attention to these people. I don't even have an ability to pay attention to these people when I'm fucking working, okay? And the funny thing, that's something which Mr. Ebzion was talking about, that he got autism diagnosis. I had similar feature, I'm like super focused on things, right? But when it's like people start distracting me, I'm just losing track of it. I totally have the same feature as he does. I'm like the same way, like, and I've always been that way too. Like, when I'm focused on work, I'm working. But if somebody like disrupt me, I start focusing on like 100% on talking to that person, and I completely losing the track of my job. I'm like the same way when it comes to that. I have the same problem when it comes to that. But when it comes to dyslexia, nah, I don't. I am actually good with numbers, and I never do. Like my stepmom, she used to tell me that she has dyslexia. She is mixing numbers, but not me. I had a problem with like writing things, and my texts were not good because I have a problem. I send it fast and I don't really like, check. I don't do what they call it. How the stupid Dave told me, this fucking guy whom I always beat the crap out of. I fucking hate this old piece of shit. He was fucking with me. I want to fuck him up too. But he was right about it. He was talking, what the word he said, I even forgot, but he was saying that I need to do proofreading. Proofreading. I was not doing that. And then I remember my old messages to Lydia. She was like messing with me saying, oh, you stupid, you're not writing right. But she didn't realize that I used to have an English keyboard, and then I installed Russian keyboard. And then, I was, I remember the majority of keys. So like I can be looking at the English keyboard and I know the equivalent of Russian keyboard without like having the stickers, because I can memorize things like this. But then here's the kick to it. Because I don't do proofreading, I can accidentally hit the wrong key, and this is how like the word in Russian is gonna be looking weird. And sometimes the autocorrect also fucks it up. And I just accept the autocorrect and I send it, and then I'm like, oh shit, something is wrong. Just like the same thing happened with Life is Over 896. I know that work spells W-O-R-K, right? But I spelled it W-I-R-K. I just clicked on the wrong key. Instead of clicking on O, I clicked on I. And then I immediately checked myself and fixed it. But I didn't do proofreading, so that's why when I did it, it's like I hit the wrong key. But it's not like I didn't know. It's like I'm a dyslexic or whatever, I don't have that problem. I'm just like, I just don't do proofreading. I just like click send, and then I'm like, oh shit, I need to fix this shit now. I have that problem, but I don't really have like a proofreading problem, I'm not like that. So there's too much bullshit, it's too much fucking bullshit. So, but it is what it is. And my life was only worse. My life was better. I used to have more freedom, you know. I've been in a fine relationship. The only way, like, I'm looking at it like, okay, if I'm gonna break up with Alima, the woman I'm gonna be next with, she has to be better than her. And the only way she can be better if she's gonna be like her, only more passionate. You know, that's... Then I may break up with her, but still I wanna have good relationship with her because she's a good fucking woman. You know? I had a good woman in my life. I've been with her for like fucking 12 years, even though I didn't like spending money on her because, you know, I was always in survival mode and I was looking at her like, you know, always like to penny pinch and, you know, always like to have certain amount of money on my bank account and try to spend less and get more and like being in that mood of taking advantage of people, like because there is something wrong with me and everybody's better than me. I need to compensate for it by taking something from people. And if other people have more money and more sex, they're better than me, I need to hurt them. And if I'm gonna hurt them, I'm gonna feel better about myself because they need to be punished for having better life than me. You know, I'm like the same way. I think just like Elliot Rodger, you know. I need to compensate and I need to, that's just how I feel personally. I don't give a fuck. I feel like these people need to get punished. For me, being a fucking king, you know, not living the way I want to, and the fact that because of you, I cannot live how I want, I cannot do what I want. You need to get punished because you're a piece of shit. Because life is all about getting what I want at any cost. And if other people not providing for me, what do I need to do with them? I need to punish them. You know, that's all. That's just how I look at things. Because they're pieces of shit, they need to be treated like shit. Because life is all about getting what I want. That's what life is all about. And other people need to provide it for me. If they're not doing it, they're pieces of shit. They're human excrement. And need to be punished for that. You know, that's just how I feel. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know? They're thinking the wrong things, it means they're stupid. Stupid people, they're shit. Shit needs to be cleaned up, you know? They need to be isolated or killed, that's it. You don't need fucking stupid people in here. They're fucking polluting our world with their existence. They're mistakes. Mistake needs to be corrected. You know, that applies to everything. But I cannot correct mistakes because I'm not the biggest, not the strongest person. I'm not fucking king, I'm not fucking God, which is, of course, it's very unfortunate. But, you know, if I'm gonna be all isolated and think $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, hello, how are you? You know, and I'm just gonna have my money and my freedoms, and I'm gonna be with the woman I wanna be, I'm gonna live the life I wanna live, and nobody's gonna be telling me shit. I'm gonna consider that like happiness. Because that's all I want. You know? Happiness and freedom. I'm not trying to be the one with the society. No. No. I already know that I need to build the wall. That's the only way. Because I don't want to deal with those stupid people like the real PewDiePie, who is fucking insulting me all the time. I don't want to deal with people who are trying to fix me or change me or tell me, hey, there's something wrong with you, you need to kiss up to everybody else because you're not big, you're not strong, you're worse than everybody else, you're just a fucking piece of shit. Ha ha ha, you have Asperger's, I'm a neurotypical infidels, I'm better than you. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. What do I want to do with people like that? Fucking kill them, motherfuckers. Or if I cannot do it because of the consequences, what else do I want to do? Nothing to do with them. I want to block them. I want to cut ties with them. That's all. I don't even want to deal with people like who feel that way. I really don't. I want to block the shit out of them. Really. You know, I really do. I don't want nothing to do with them. That's why every time when people trying to tell me, oh, how weird you are, I just block. Because I don't want to deal with them. I really don't. I don't give a fuck, you know, that's the thing. I don't deal with them. I don't talk to them. And we're really talking two different languages doesn't make sense. Just like people trying to prove there is something wrong with me and they trying to put problems on me which I don't have. Like, how does that help everything? And then when I talk sense and people say, huh? And they shut me down and I get angry because I know that I'm right and I don't give a fuck. And I get angry at people all the time because of it. And they tell me you shouldn't be like that. And I just want to fuck them up because of it. You know? And you wonder why I fucking hate people so much. That's exactly the reason why. So, I don't want to deal with them. Like, I go to work, I don't want to say nothing to nobody. I hate people, you know? I don't like people. I only kissing up to them because I need the money. If things would be my way, I'd fucking grab a gun and shoot up the fucking workplace. Fuck. If they wouldn't do what I want, or if they would dare to tell me, oh, you stupid, you shouldn't be like this, you shouldn't act like that, you shouldn't work like this. If things were up to me, I would grab a gun and fucking put the bullet in their mouths for saying that. And I'll tell motherfuckers, don't you ever say that, ever. Motherfucker. You need to accept me and shut your fucking mouth. And if you're gonna do that, you're gonna get punished. You know? That would be great, but unfortunately it's not the case, so. But that would be great if I could do that. You know, because I really don't like the fact that, you know, when I feel like I'm doing the best I can and people are fucking bitching at me and they're not happy with the way I do the job and they want to say, oh, you piece of shit, you need to get fired. And I want to say, oh, you piece of shit, you need to not to wake up tomorrow. And this is what really goes through my brain. You know, because I don't give a fuck. And then now people want me to play disability card and they want me to play pretend like I can't do the job when it's just not even true. That I really can do the job. I just cannot do it as good as other people. And in some areas I need more practice, you know, because I'm not picking up on like things as well as other people. Like for example, like it took me 8 months to learn how to drive the car when I was in my early 20s, right? But I was able to do it. I'm moving things awkwardly. I cannot, like, you know, I can operate pallet jack, but because I don't have the best coordination, I'm moving it awkwardly, but I can still do it. But they're trying to show it like, oh, you cannot do it. You're gonna hurt yourself. You don't know what you're doing. And I know that's fucking bunch of bullshit. I know it's not true, and that makes me angry. And they talking to me like I'm stupid, and that makes me angry too. Because I know it's not fucking true anyway. Because I actually can do it. I just not doing it as good or as fast as other people can do it. But I still can do it. So what the fuck, you know? And I feel like people are preventing me from doing the work by doing that. But, you know, it's like literally, I feel like a lot of times I've been fired from the job for doing the job. That's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. You know? It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. So, it's fucking bullshit. And then people telling me, don't say this, don't say that. Listen, I don't give a fuck. You already established I have Asperger's. You're not going to be taking me seriously. I can do anything and I'm not going to give a fuck. Because no matter what I say, you're not going to take me seriously anyway. Well, and this fucking really PewDiePie, she wants to tell everybody what's wrong with me so I'm going to be friends with people. Yeah, right. People not going to be taking me seriously. And I'm going to stop talking to anybody because of that. Stupid bitch. Crazy ass. Yep. So tired of this fucking idiots. Why can't you just like, oh, just do the best you can with what you got and do the job and try harder and fuck, that's it. I've been also reading some stuff and it was a lot like me. There was one woman, she said, oh, I have a husband who have Asperger's and I'm not trying to change him. He said he was not diagnosed, but he has some trails. And he was a lot like me, except he was a little bit dumber because the guy used to have problem with like hurting himself all the time. And I don't really have that problem. I just kind of do the job very well because I'm kind of clumsy, but when I'm focusing on things, right? When I'm focusing on things, I can do anything. I can figure things out. Even things I'm not good, like let's say operating the machinery. It's not like I'm gonna be like doing dangerous thing, like I'm gonna like fuck shit up or whatever. No, I'm gonna be like so focused. Okay, what needs to be done now? So the only problem with that gonna be that I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna have anxiety. I'm gonna be too focused. And then if somebody can learn how to operate order picker, for example, in 1 or 2 hours, it's gonna take me like 2 days to learn the same thing. Just because I cannot like figure out how to like operate the machinery fast. And I'm gonna be learning it with like trial and error method, and people not gonna like it because they're gonna expect me to pick up fast, which I cannot pick up fast, but I can still do it. But the way I'm gonna be doing it is like I'm gonna have to like focus on it 100%, and I have to like it's gonna take me a lot of time. I have to really think about it. I'm gonna like do it in like slow motion, if you will, and they're gonna get frustrated because they're not gonna have patience. They're like, fuck, but I just can't help it. But I still can do it though. That's just the thing. So it's not like I don't know that about myself. I do. It took me learn how to drive 8 months. It took me 2 days to how to operate order picker, and then I got how to do it, but they didn't take me to the job because they noticed that I'm not picking up fast, but it was years ago when it was fucking Amazon. Probably was also a project, whatever, because also fist bumping and saying hi and doing the bullshit, but I was dealing with people over there and they like, well, they noticed that about me. So I was not there for long, and then I lost the job at First Community Village at the time too, the same week. I actually lost it because, they put me on schedule against my will, and I didn't come because they didn't communicate that to me. And then next thing I know, one of my supervisors told me and say, "Hey, your manager doesn't want me there anymore." And of course, the manager was a Jew, pure Jew. The first one was like half Jewish, but he was Christian, so he was like a normal guy. He was like half German, half Jewish, and I kind of liked him better. The other guy was a pure kike, and he was a piece of shit. I didn't like him. I really didn't like the guy. I liked the first manager better. And then I was working with him later on. I got along with him better because he was kind of chill. He let people do their own thing. He was not like aggressive, like the other guy. He was just like minding his own fucking business. And that's why I like the first boss better I had. Kind of reasonable. I can see that I can talk to him. Reasonable understanding. The other guy's like, nah, he's a piece of shit. I didn't like him. He was just like kind of aggressive, kind of bullshitty, not very trustworthy. He was just that guy who's like, I didn't really like that guy. Asking me about my dad and shit, like, didn't really like him that much. So, he didn't seem to be like a nice person, in my opinion. But, so, but, right now it's okay. I'm dealing with people at my job. They're okay, but they're, they just like to give me hard time sometimes because they have to. And I don't particularly like when they are doing it. So, but it seems like they don't want to do it. They just have to do it. But it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. If that wouldn't be the case, actually, I would have a good relationship with people at my work. And I've been hearing their conversations. It seems like they feel the same way. Because I like my job, like the company I'm working for, I'm actually wearing company logo right now. It's a good job, but like I can't like work it full time. I can't like have normal relationship with people because of the bullshit, but it's fucking unfortunate, you know. It's unfortunate. So I get my freedoms back, but shit is not working out. Studying my accounting, I don't feel like doing it. I feel a little bit like restless, so I feel like I want to make this stream because I just don't feel like listening to accounting right now. I need to like, you know, do some activity, stimulate myself, I guess. I'm just not in that mode to be learning, but learning the same stuff I learned before, but this time it's in Russian. And it's like kind of comes back to me. But because I can't market myself, I can't connect to people, and people giving me shit, I cannot, you know, use my degree. Just like I've been telling, life was already 96. And then another thing, you know, when I graduated from business school, which I barely did, but I made it though. You know, they've been talking about when I was there, accountants make 45 grand a year. Well, now maybe they're making like 50 or 60, but later on when I was working part-time nursing home job and I was working full-time warehouse job, I've been making 57 grand a year. When I was treated like a disability, like I'm stupid, I was working, like driving medical supplies, whatever, and they were trying to evaluate me. Guess what? I was making 80 grand a year. What a kind of unique life I live. That's crazy. It's bullshit, but you know. And people say, oh, you cannot work a normal job, people are gonna have problem with you. I used to. And things were better. I used to have a way better life, and I used to work more. I used to live with my woman in a nice place. Work a lot of hours. Had no problem with woman or sex, was pretty satisfied more or less. Had my freedoms. Nobody would tell me how to be, how to act. Lived in a nice place, very good looking place. Clean place. Eating delicious African food. And the only woman who can trump my woman is the woman who's gonna be like her, only more passionate. You know? More promiscuous, more passionate, more like, you know, more like sensation seeking, I guess, type of woman, you know, like. Everything, like, outside of that was like perfect. I had a tall maid. And my family was telling me, oh, your woman is a problem. If she wouldn't be high maintenance, she would be like the best thing in my life. If she would be less high maintenance, if she would be low maintenance and more passionate, that would be fucking ideal woman. What you talking about, motherfuckers? I had all my freedoms with her. I could be myself around her. She was not criticizing me. Living in a nice place. Had my freedom. I had a tall maid. Fuck. And they telling me she's a problem. Living with her was way better than living with my fucking mom or living with my dad. Fuck. Or living with Lydia even. What you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. I just didn't like to pay the price. And I was complaining about that. Because I was too worried about survival. And I was like, I need to spend less so I have money, so I have my freedom. And I was thinking, because there's something wrong with me, everybody's gonna be firing me. So I had to keep my mouth shut because I didn't want to get fired from everywhere I go. And I didn't want to tell people how I feel before, because I felt like, what? I'm going to say, well, I don't want to get fired, but I can do a better job. And I don't see anything wrong with my actions. When they were yelling at me, and I was like, nah, I'm afraid that if I'm going to say that, I may get fired, you know? And I didn't want to get fired. I want to build myself up to do the job, you know, but at the same time, I felt like there's nothing wrong with my action, and then people telling me otherwise, I was getting angry, you know, but I was afraid to, you know, to act on it because I was afraid of getting fired, even though I felt like I'm better than my bosses and I know better and fuck them all, but I just didn't want to say that at the time, you know. I was feeling like I'm right and I can prove it, and they were talking to me like I know what I'm doing, and I didn't like it. I was getting angry because of it. You know, it was frustrating, you know, really frustrating, but I had to deal with a lot of bullshit. I had to deal with bullshit with Lydia too, but she already knows. But with Alima, it was no bullshit. It was no bullshit with her. And it was freedom with her too. That's exactly what I want. And that's why I was, even though I was horny, I was rejecting women because of her. You know. The woman whom I was using as a masturbation toy, I would have fucked them if I was single. Before, at first, okay, I had an anxiety around women, anxiety around people. So I was thinking that woman needs to make the first move because I didn't know how to deal with them. But once I fucking prostitutes, whatever, I got over that type of anxiety. I'm like, well, I don't care. Fuck, I'm horny. If I have an opportunity, I fuck a bitch. I don't care. You know, if I have an opportunity. But then I got a girlfriend, so I was like cutting off the opportunities. Even when I had a chance. When I could fuck a woman, I was only fingering her. That's how it was for me. I could have fucked some bitches, but I chose not to do it. And I'm regretting it because I feel like I'm learning about Lydia's body count and she's worried about it. And I'm feeling like, well, if she had sex with more people, she's better than me. And I feel like I'm competing with her. That's just how I feel psychologically about it. You know, and she's worried, oh, I'm a fucking hoe, nobody's gonna like. Fuck. But now she knows that she should be worried about, you know, about other things with me. She should be worried about her running her stupid ass mouth and taking my freedoms away from me before anything. But I'm sure she didn't think about it back then. And I still would accept her. I don't even fucking care about her poor experiences. Because I had the same kind of poor experiences too. So I can completely understand her. And I'm not judging her for nothing. And I would never do that. And if I would actually do it to her, and she is worried that, you know, I'm gonna fucking fuck her and dump her, hey, I've known her for so many years, I'm not gonna even do that. If you're not gonna be good like that, we're gonna be friends with benefits. And if you are good, shit. I would go and be with the relationship with her, you know, if she would be like Alima. But, like I said, it just, like, to me, loyalty is important, you know? Like, I'm not type of man who just, like, you know, gonna do my woman dirty. I wanna have good relationship with people I like, you know? So, that shit is important to me. So if I know that woman is, like, gonna get hurt if I cheat on her, I'm not gonna, like, you know, do her dirty like that. Especially if that's the woman who gives me all the freedoms I want, you know, and who is easy to live with and easy to deal with, and who is willing to listen to me, with whom I have like mutual interest or whatever. Like, why, if I have all of that, why do I need to treat her like shit? I'm not gonna even do her dirty if I have all of that. Even if the sex is not good or it's not as good as I would like it to be, like, fuck. I want to have good relationship with people. People who, you know, I like and who, you know, I have value. You know, so it's like, I just don't want to do dirty people like that, really. So they are not like my managers who don't give a fuck. Or companies, whatever. I'm like on the same boat as Life Was Overrated 96. I'm like, yep. And I had that live stream, and I can see like how me and him, we really understand each other, and that's so fucking awesome. You know, we're like on the same page when it comes to things. That's fucking great. He understands how I feel. I understand the way he feels about life. You know? And I can relate to everything he says. So, and I noticed there was a lot of autistic people on that stream too. And people talking about jobs and this and that. I'm like, yep. That's my crew right there. Somebody I can relate to, you know. People who actually understand how I feel. It's so awesome. Talking about, when it comes to video games, I don't play video games, so I was not like really into that. Even about the movies, we're talking about the Idiocracy movie. In the end of the stream, I'm like, yep. I even can relate to that too. I watched that movie like 10, maybe 12 years ago. Well, actually, 2010, 2009, some around that era. I watched that movie 13 years ago. 14, whatever. Where they were watching Plants with Gatorade. I'm like, yep. The Holy Grail, other movie I watched. But that one was like, I don't know, it didn't make impression on me, but Idiocracy definitely did. It was a good movie. You know, about stupid people dying because they don't want to have kids until the age of 40 because they were too focused on their careers and stuff. And idiots fucking watering the plants with Gatorade and breeding and fucking doing some dumb shit. And then at the end of the day, we have like the whole fucking country of idiots and shit. Because all the smart people, they died out because they don't really reproduce. But idiots, they reproduce with like, they reproduce a lot. And then at the end of the day, we have like society of fucking idiots. Yep, I remember watching that movie. It was a good movie to watch. You know, it's a good movie to watch. Yep. It's a good movie to watch. But anyway, guys, I think, I don't know, I need to take a shower, maybe study some accounting before I go to bed and go to work tomorrow and work for another 3 hours. You know, trying to just like go through the motion and not get fired, to not be taken off schedule, and you know. Hopefully they're not gonna be giving me bullshit. Definitely don't wanna go to unload. I don't like the way they treat me there. I wanna even be sorting on the tower or fucking go to van line. The best way is a tower. I like it the most. Fucking put my head in the fucking zip codes and sort it. And don't work with people. And I was working all by myself and other people be working together. And they just understood that I'm better off all by myself. Whereas like less volume. And I'm like, yeah. That's how I want to work forever. Heck yeah, I fucking love it. Please give me more of that. I don't want to deal with the bullshit. I just want to go to work. And I cannot work super fast. So I get it. It's like both good for everybody. It's like, and if I could work faster, I would. But I really just can't, you know. You know, my reaction time is not like the fastest. I just can't help it, but I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got. I'm trying to sort right, and that shit is easy to me because I'm good with numbers, you know. So it's like, I fucking like it like that, all by myself, at like medium speed. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Put my fucking head in the fucking zip code, and I don't even care what's going on around me. I don't even see people around me. I don't, and I don't even give a fuck, because all of my attention on this fucking zip code, and it's all my attention about like put the right package to the right area, and that's all I see. I don't even see anything else around me. I don't even have that ability. I really don't fucking care, you know. And I've been like that all my life, so, and I'm cool with it, you know. I'm cool with living like that. I just want more hours, more money, and live like that, and see the fucking paycheck I fucking care about, you know. If I could live like that later, I'm fucking cool with it. And then I have some people, like I talked to one girl, she was from New York, and I'm wondering, I wonder if Lydia knows her. And I was talking, like I was saying, well, they were talking about, oh, New York people not nice, and I'm gonna be helping you, they're gonna treat you like you don't exist. And I told them, I don't care. All I care about going to New York, getting a job over there. I'm gonna have my connections, probably Lydia, her friends. I'm cool with it. If she's gonna help me with the way I help her, that would be great. If she's gonna change, if she's gonna treat me differently, if she's gonna be giving me freedoms, hey. Fuck. Things would be good between us. I don't even want fighting with her, really. I want things to be good between us anyway, so it's like, that'll be great. I'm seeing myself being there, having my freedoms, just going to fucking work, not talking to people, minding my business, getting money. If I can do the same thing elsewhere, like, fuck. Fuck, that's how I wanna live anyway, fuck it. All I care about is fucking whatever needs to be done, get the money, and you, I wanna be friends with you, fuck you. I wanna live like that anyway, I'm cool with it. You know, I'm cool with it. I wanna live like that. I'm cool with living like that. Where I just have like couple friends with whom I can be myself, who's not gonna judge me, who's not gonna be acting funny, asking stupid questions, whatever. And I can like talk to them, whatever interests me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can relate to you, that's cool. I got you, I feel you. Fuck, that would be great. Fuck. If I can go anywhere and live like that, that would be awesome. And I don't care that I go to work and I'm fucking focused on the job and nobody's talking to me. I don't even fucking care. I'm okay with that. You know? Just focus on the job and do the best I can, and as long as, you know, I'm not gonna get fired and people not gonna be giving me shit and they're gonna be real with me and they're gonna accept me. I mean, fuck. That's all I want. And I said, oh, I'm gonna be buying people. I mean, yeah, I mean, if I have money, if I'm single, I fucking pay for sex, I don't care. If I'm with a woman, I buy her shit, I don't care. If I have money and I can go out, get drunk, whatever, or, you know, go out with friends and spend money, I mean, that's cool. You know, but money is the most important thing. Like some people say, oh, manners, respect, another thing trumps money. I'm like, bullshit. First of all, why should I respect fucking infidels? Why should I respect some Cubans? Why should I respect people who take my freedoms away from me? I have no reason to respect them. Manners. Why should I be well-mannered when I interacting with shit? I'm only well-mannered interacting with shit because I'm afraid of the consequences. Otherwise, like, you say something I don't like, I show you finger, I cast you out, I don't give a fuck. It's not my fault that you piece of shit. You know, I don't care. I just tell you how I feel. I don't give a fuck. You don't like it, tough luck. You don't have to talk. You feel like you want to beat the crap out of me, well, that's one of the reasons I was going to martial arts and building myself up. So if you feel that way, I'm gonna punch you too, motherfucker. And if you feel like, oh, there's something wrong with you, you're not gonna fight, cool, fine. That's even better. You're just gonna walk out on me. Cool. I don't want to deal with you anyway. As long as it's not gonna cost me money, I don't care. Walk the fuck out right now. Hi, how are you? I'm only gonna tell you thank you very much. Because I probably don't want to deal with you anyway. Because you're probably pissing me off anyway. I don't care. I'm cool with it. Thank you. As long as it's not gonna cost me, I don't care. So, why should I even be friends with people who talk different languages and people who have no value to me? I don't even want people like that in my life. What they gonna give me? Bunch of aggravation, bullying, telling me how should I be, how should I act. If people like that live my life, I consider that a blessing, you know? Because those people only aggravate me. And they're making me angry. I want them to leave. So if they leave, I say thank you. I only deal with people like that because I don't want to get fired. You know, it's like I need to kiss up to my boss because, you know, if I don't, you know, he's just gonna like let me go and I'm not gonna have no income. So then I'm gonna be even more societal slave. But if not for that, like, fuck. I have money. I show you finger, I cast you out, and I keep going. I don't even give a fuck. You know? And if you leave, you walk out on me, I'm like, cool. Keep going, motherfucker. I'm cool. I don't want to deal with people who, you know, only give me fucking anger and aggravation all the time and who care about what's wrong with me when I don't even care about it myself. And people who are trying to fix me or change me. People who, you know, I have to explain myself to when I don't feel like it. I don't want to deal with it. You know, I want my peace of mind myself. You know, I don't like to be walking around to explain myself to people against my will. You know, I want to be with people who understand me. I want to be with people who accept me. I want to be with people who like feel me. I don't want to be with people who like trying to fix me or change me or insult me. You know, I don't want to deal with it. I don't like it. So, that's just how I feel. I want to be accepted and tolerated, not fixed. He thinks that God entered his body. I wish. I wish to be a God so that way I wouldn't have to deal with the bullshit. I can be the one making the rules, not the one following the rules. Especially the rules I don't agree with. Especially the rules which don't work for me, you know. For some unknown reason I wears no pants and does some weird dumb dance talking about truck driving. Yep, exactly. It's weird. It's bullshit. Seems like there is no sanity check for truck driving. And I don't want to do truck driving because, you know, like, I can learn how to drive a truck, but because I'm not really good with, like, depth perception. You know, in Russia, in school, you know what was the worst subject for me was geometry. I had hard time, like, imagining things, you know. Like, algebra, I had B's on. Even though I was good at counting, I was getting B's, you know. But when it comes to, like, you know, figures and space, I always struggle with that stuff, you know. It was difficult for me to grasp it. My mom was calling me an idiot because of it, but I just couldn't get it. And it was the only subject my mom was helping me with. All other subjects in school, I was doing it all by myself. I had no problem, no learning disabilities. But geometry was the only subject I really struggled with. I was getting C's in geometry when I should have been getting D's because my mom was helping me. I just couldn't get it, you know. It was very difficult for me to get geometry. But a lot of subjects in school, I was like, okay. I was like a B student, you know. I was getting C's in physics and geometry. A lot of subjects, I was B's. I was a B student, so. I don't understand you. People do say you are a crazy YouTube man, but there are people like Bob Hickman and Daniel Larson who are 100 times more crazy. But you are relatable. Yeah. People are full of shit. So, I don't know what the crazy is, you know. That's why I cannot connect to people. Because whatever it's normal for me, whatever makes sense to me, other people consider it dumb and crazy. You know? Just like in the job, for example. I consider I'm trying to do the best I can, and other people look at this stupid guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. I remember when Daniel Larson was hitting himself live and pulling a fire alarm and stuff. I don't know, I never watched that guy, but you know, people are fucking trying to fix me and I cannot be fixed. You know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And people have been trying to fix me all my life too, like, and I didn't like it. Instead of like, well, actually in America they were not even trying to fix me as much. They were just first yelling at me and then they just like, eh. They're PewDiePie trying to fix me and she creates more problems for me. Because she wants me to socialize with people I'm not compatible with. But most of the Americans are actually cool, I just didn't realize it. They're just like, yeah, this guy is different. He's built from different cloth. So we cannot put the same like standards on him. Not in like retarded sense, but it's like, you know, because I can do the job. But they're like, well, we cannot try to fix the way he's working, the way he's thinking. You know, we have to just leave him alone and let him do the best he can. Because telling him anything is not gonna work for him. But we cannot deal with it, so we're just gonna like, cut ties with him. And, well, that's freedom right there, and I don't blame people for treating me like this. Even though the real PewDiePie feels like, well, you should be with people, you should be with a group, you know, you should be more cohesive with people. Yeah, good night. Good night. It's 2 a.m. Well, here in California, it's like maybe like 6 o'clock or whatever, but good night. You're probably in Russia, but so good night. But you know, that's just how it is. Just how it is. You just cannot relate to people sometimes, cannot like be friends with everybody. You know, just not working. Certain things just not working. So, just have to accept it. It's just how we build as humans, you know. You only can be certain way, act certain way, you know, so. And yeah, people's gonna have problem with me, people have problem with each other. It's everywhere like that. But and yeah, some people are weird, they're crazy, there's something wrong with them, but people can be fixed. And if you're trying to do that, you're only hurting them. Wasting your time, wasting their time. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And it seems to me like people around me feel the same way. And I'm actually more lonely than I used to be. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm content. I'm watching, I'm learning, I'm understanding, you know. I'm getting more sociable. I'm getting more assertive. I'm getting more peaceful, believe it or not. So it's like, it's all good. We are here to learn, and we all gonna die. I lived a long life. People say stupid shit like, oh, you don't say this, you don't say that, ta ta ta, yada yada yada, fuck. I'm 37 years old, a lot of people didn't make it to my age. Shit. Fuck cares. What? When I'm gonna die, oh, people's gonna say, oh, you shouldn't be saying racist and anti-Semitic stuff, and the person's fucking dead. Fuck it. I feel like listening to that fucking song of the group Гражданская оборона. It's called Мертвые, Dead People. One of my favorite songs. You know, but yeah. Maybe I listen to it before I go take a shower and go to bed and maybe learn some accounting, listen to the lecture, you know. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And I'm out. Peace. Later, guys.